Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Man. God, y'all threw me for I had to change the title.
I just saw that.
Let's keep it tall though, right? How wrong is this?
She had a lot of talking points.
About what? About which point? Because
women being chaotic as hell.
No,
Women
we didn't
being
disagree with that.
Nobody said women are chaotic.
We already went through this.
Yeah, we didn't disagree with that.
let me list it, right? Because it's been a lot of talking. Lady Di, what's up? So women are chaotic, indecisive, double-minded, push boundaries, shit test men. Are all those things more true than not?
Hell yeah.
What you say? Tay? What you what
hell yeah. Oh yeah. I don't look. I know myself. When y'all said double-minded, I was like, oh shit. I knew that was me right away because I'm very indecisive. Yeah, but so
Alexis, what's popping? What you think? Everything I named, is she wrong?
I mean,
be honest.
I mean, wrong is strong.
Wrong is the right word.
Wrong? Right. Or is it minority? She wrong?
I mean, look, she not wrong, but she ain't right either. Okay.
I'm gonna say it right now.
It's double-mindedness.
Right.
Answer the question.
No,
go ahead,
I just proved it. Thank you. She just said my double-mindedness.
That was double-mindedness right there. So it's
that's my answer. She ain't wrong, but she ain't right either.
So now give me a real answer. Now that we have correction for the double-mindedness.
I mean, I'm gonna say she's not wrong for the fact that the type of man that she's described is an archetype. I know that man. I got my dad similar to that man. I got uncles and older brothers and cousins and folks. So I know that's that type of man. But that's it.
What type of man?
As far as like a man, when I think of a man, I think of him like that don't want to hear any nagging, that does like to do projects, likes to solve projects or issues, like that type of stuff. I can see that.
Let me ask you a question. Is Des wrong, or is she more right than she is wrong? I don't want to hear about all these.
She is right.
She's more wrong.
Nah. But I'm saying,
Alexis, you have to answer the question.
Okay,
and then give me the context. But no. But see, here's I have to tell her. I have to tell her the answer. Okay.
She's right.
She's right. Okay.
She's right. But it doesn't mean she ain't wrong.
You know what? Mute yourself.
I think it shows a lack. It shows a lack that y'all can't answer. Why y'all can't answer? If she right, she right. So why would she get all the smoking smoke?
I said she was right.
I already said she was right.
I'm talking to Alexis.
You said y'all. Put a name on it. Nay. Thank you. They got my back. Nah, but I'm saying it's I don't think she's wrong when she describes the aspect of men when she was talking about how they like to solve things. They are I mean, in retrospect, they are supposed to be the leaders. So I don't think she's wrong in that type of stuff. But man, in these times, it's just the correct language in this time. So it might make some people feel uncomfortable.
So let me get this clear. So all right, well, check. I got an echo. Hey, Lex, mute for me. You're not talking. So you say she's wrong, love?
This is where you and I start tussling, Hamp.
I'm staying out of it.
What?
I'm staying out of it because I'm like in Bison. So go ahead and tussle with them. Better chance.
Like I said, it's where you and I start tussling because you know I ain't scared of you. Not even close. Don't make me laugh, so I'm not cough. So the reason why I said what I said about an hour and a half ago, because I said a woman. The question was woman, and I like to say, and I said I am not a double-minded woman. I'm not a double-minded person. I said several times. I know that I'm not because I'm a very decisive person. I've had to make decisions. I wasn't afforded the opportunity to be indecisive because I made when I studied long, I studied wrong, and consequences happened. I wasn't afforded the opportunity to do that. I do believe that this argument could be circular because what comes first, the chicken or the egg? I think a lot of men, majority of men, one lady said it earlier, they placate to women. And so just because they are trying to get something out of the woman, they placate to her. And so there is no, man that will say, stop the crap, grow up, self-regulate, self-manage, and all the things. A woman that starts nagging and wants what she wants, and I want time, even though it doesn't make any sense. I want gifts, but I don't want you to work so much. But it's placated to because the man just wants what they want. Typically, that's just booty. So what comes first, chicken or the egg? And a lot of men nowadays are not men. Sorry,
Is she okay? Is she wrong?
You're frozen. Oh no, you're just laying back. Okay, my bad.
Is she wrong or right?
I think a lot of this younger generation, Instagram model generation, they think that crap is cute. Anything and being indecisive is cute, and it's not. Being airheads is considered cute now, and it's not. So do they do that and placate to that and playing that stereotype? Yes.
What?
I said, what part do you want me to repeat?
Why did you put that jacket on the youngins like y'all didn't make BAPs?
Okay, back in the day when they made that dumb movie BAPs, I've always hated.
Hey, your age.
They were. You heard what I said, right? I said that I always hated that. So you trying to tell me that there wasn't trash in every generation? Yeah, there's trash.
That's the point I'm making. So don't put the jacket on the youngins.
But it's proliferated.
No, it's not. Your generation. Let me take this walk with me. Your generation got more babies as teenagers than them by far.
They weren't getting
these little motherfuckers go to therapy.
Is it
and
working?
Talk about their feelings. You latchkey niggas ain't do none of that shit.
Here we go.
Marriage rates are up.
How long they lasting? They're up for what? How many years?
But you try to make an argument.
Question for how many years? Because does it really count if you get married and get divorced 2 years later?
Yo, I'm just saying. That's an unfair jacket. No, but here's what I'm saying. For you to be successful in a relationship, you are in a conversation. You have to be truthful in it.
I'm being honest to God.
So what you did, I'm gonna tell you what you did though, right? You know what you did was deify yourself and your generation, and then put that jacket because you actually agree with Dez. but you chose to put it on the youngins and not take accountability for being the same way. That ain't right.
I didn't choose to do that. No, that's not what I did. That's not what I did. When I shook my head just now, I was listening to you, not because I was agreeing with you. That's not what happened.
No, we just listened to it. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you misunderstood then. Tell me which part you misunderstood. Tell me where you lost track and misunderstood. Part of my conversation.
It wasn't really nothing. It was just the fact that you said a lot, and then I had to re-ask you the question, and then you put that jacket on just the young girls like they ain't learning from y'all. It's
proliferated. And so I've said this before, right? You can learn from my mistakes. But instead of learning from my mistakes, because my generation telling the young generation, hey, don't do that.
No, but think about what you just said. Think about what you just said. They're learning from your mistakes, but they're not learning, right? Which quite literally means you guys exuded the same behavior. So wear the jacket like you're supposed to.
I'm not. You want to know why I'm not going to wear that jacket? I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm not wearing that jacket. Because you don't have to do the same things, the same mistakes, and the same wrong roads that we took. You don't have to do that. You all have history to learn from. You have us, you have our wisdom to learn from. You don't have to do that.
She said women are double-minded. If they could learn from your mistakes, then you're quite literally admitting that your generation was double-minded, and you're saying that they're hard-headed because they're not learning from your mistakes, which would have been double-minded by proxy.
We did make mistakes.
So then why did you put the jacket on the kids? You got to wear the jacket also.
So did you not see? You're purposely being obtuse. Like
I'm literally saying what you're saying. I'm listening to what you're saying.
You're ignoring the second part of my conversation, which is totally unfair.
You got to wear the jacket first. That's not fair to the kids.
I said there was trash in every generation, right?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I said that.
You said it after you said it after you said the youngins are exuding this behavior. Then you said there's trash in every generation. That's how the sequence of it. So now concede the point, go back and say, yes, y'all had the same behaviors that Des lined out.
About wanting I want to make sure I'm clear what I'm going to do. I ain't agreeing. I ain't copping to no plea, and I ain't say it. Now, hold on. Let me understand what's going on. I ain't copping to nothing. You got to stop talking, though. Let me listen. You got to listen. Okay. Hey, stop. Let me talk.
Because we all listening to you. Come on, bro.
Bro. Listen, just tight hoodie. Hold on, big neck. Hold on. Now, losing my train of thought. We actually in that generation made mistakes. Yes, absolutely. We weren't perfect. We should have done things differently. We made mistakes. Sure did. Do you hear that? HAMP? Acknowledge that. I said we make mistakes. This younger, but also before I move on to that second point, my next point, we made mistakes. We still have some shame in our generation. We did. So we wasn't wilding at such proliferated levels, in systemic levels. We still hid some things. Okay. We didn't wear certain behaviors as a badge of honor. No, we did not, HAMP. We did not wear certain behaviors as a badge of honor. Stop the crap.
Explain that.
That was a marginalized community, part of our community, that was shown in the forefront of a low budget movie. Yes. Mm-hmm. You're right. It was marginalized. I don't know why are you doing it?
Ain't nothing going on.
That's my mother generation.
Bill collectors at my door. What can you
do? I guess they just started this. I got you.
Got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. And for real, our grandmothers did that. Because our grandmothers and great grandmothers sat there and said, "You got to have a job to be, you got to take care of me." That's not.
Gotta who? Gotta have a gotta watch your cat. Gotta watch your cat.
I don't like those. You know, before I don't like thugs. I don't like thugs. I don't like thug adjacent.
So, Hamp, what was the point of the?
I don't We don't. You ain't got a car. You sit there trying to holler. How can you take care of me? I was watching this one show a couple of days ago, and it was this guy, and he was on a dating show, and he wanted to be with the woman. When she found out that he didn't have a car, he lived in his friend's room or basement. You
gotta go alone. You gotta go alone. You gotta go.
Look how nasty they are. Look how nasty they are. Look how nasty they are, Dad. From her generation.
I used to be scared of the dick. I don't listen to the shit. Handle it like a real bitch.
All right, now back to what I was saying here.
You trying to say we ain't nasty or whatever, but I guess we are.
I showed you that we were. And
I mean, we are though. Stop playing. What are you talking about?
I copped to Kim. I do. I said I copped. You played Kim, I copped to it. But I also grandmas. We got this from the grandmas, right? Our grandmas said that the granddads had to work. They had multiple jobs to take care of us. How can you take care of the family if you ain't working? So yes. And if I can't get it from you, then John down the street got a really good paying job at the plant.
Oh, wait a minute.
We got you trying to pump me for all these babies. They got to be taken care of.
Hell, what was the point of the question?
Right. Hold on. Look, I look. This is right. This is right. I just think. Hold on. I just think that the characters and the places in this book have changed. But
hell, what song is that?
I didn't hear what you said here.
Hey, not your wasted. Hey,
my bad, Jalen. I just had to tell these niggas that they was lying. That's all.
Okay. What was the point of the
So I was simply correcting the fact that she did agree with Dez, but she only put the jacket on your age, and I'm just showing that they was literally the same, and y'all got it from them.
Well, can they learn from us not to do it?
Most of us didn't get on this earth just by y'all being nuns, so I don't think I had to defend my generation. So we good.
There's no need to defend your generation, and I repeatedly said,
and it's crazy. But you know what's crazy? She literally doing damn near what Dez was doing earlier. You just replying. You just replying to stuff, bro. Like you just saying. But you just like, but this, but then that, but then this, but then we, and they should have learned. Like, yo,
they should learn. They should learn.
But if you was wrong, just say that.
But I'm not. Now I'm being serious. I'm very serious at this point. So
we didn't learn. Like we didn't learn.
I'm being very serious though at this point. I think that it has gotten progressively worse because there are just some things. There's just some things we didn't do out loud and where it's a badge of honor. Did we do it? Yeah. We played Kim, but we played her amongst ourselves. You know, we weren't playing it at the family cookouts. We were not playing. Come on, Ham. Come on.
Nobody plays those songs, even the new songs.
Nobody's at family cookouts. Cardi B WAP on freaking
on family cookouts. No.
Huh? Nowadays?
Yes, nowadays I DJ. People know what cookout music is. Cookout music is the same cookout music.
Nobody's playing cookout music.
Hell no. At the family cookout, come on, bro. No.
Come on, man. They got they got Young Miami, they got Cardi, they got Sexy Red. They have way larger platforms.
What are you talking about right now?
We're talking about the music at this point. We're gonna get into that. You just have to play music. And they did play all this stuff. I have to play it now on a larger platform, on a larger scale.
Look, even some dude DJs, we don't play that shit at no cookout. Come on,
I gotta give it to, this is the most amazing double Dutch deflection I've ever seen. We got on one question and now we on this. And I don't even know how we got here.
This is HAMP's fault.
We had a lot.
Hell no, we blaming Dez. Hell no, Dez.
Y'all don't want to stand in y'all truth. I am in the river of truth, and y'all don't want to stand here with me. And I'm telling you, the water's nice. It's fine. The men want to hear y'all say it, so just say it. I am an insatiable, spoiled brat.
What the men want to hear. I'm not about to sit here and say that I am non-regulated.
Hold on. Let her finish. Go ahead, Jalen. She froze?
Yeah, she froze.
So she froze, and the word is accountability. That's what they want to hear. I am accountable for who I am as a human female.
You good now? Hold on, let her finish.
That's like a puddle of truth. You ain't in no regular. I don't know what's wrong.
I gotta reload.
No, you good
fine. Now. I gotta reload. It's fine. y'all be sounding. I just
we be sounding crazy, and every week you still host the POV.
It's necessary, brethren.
You know what? Every time, we just get deeper and deeper in the damn hole. You know that?
And Nate, the fly shit is not the fly shit is. I'm just asking like one question. And then because it's not being answered directly, y'all be sounding crazy as hell. Like it don't have to be like that.
She was right, man. What more you want?
But then your man's brown shirt, top right corner.
I said love. What's her name? Asia? Which woman? I called her screen name. Come on,
I'm back.
Right name.
Y'all hear me? I think
yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm back.
She said
okay, cool.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what the men want to hear. I'm not about to sit here and say I'm an emotionally unregulated adult. That I'm not doing. Nope, not doing it. I don't give a shit. The men could say what they want.
The first time we agreed on that, I've been saying that all night long too. But I was told that I was being not sincere. I am very much a double-minded woman.
I don't think y'all agree still.
So you think you're double-minded, Jalen?
What?
You think you're double-minded? What are you talking about, Hamp?
No, her or women?
Yeah, I said me.
Yeah,
I said women, of course, were double-minded.
Right, I said no. So we are in agreement because I was saying me too.
Oh, and well, we don't believe it.
You don't think I'm not double-minded?
No.
Me of all people. Now, Hamp, you know me. You trying to tell me I'm not?
No, I'm just saying, like
you're telling me Asia's not double-minded. I mean, I am double-minded.
Even what we just went through. You started with no, put a jacket on the kids that you taught, and then said yes.
They are, but
that's a double mind. That whole segment was double-minded.
Double-minded. What I'm saying is, majority of the women are. I'm not. Like, there's a minority that's not, and I surround myself with women that are not. So my lens is that women are not. But if I look on a broader scale, and I see the younger generation,
all right, Jalen, what was your reply? What was your reply? What did you say?
That was the most.
No. After Love finished, You said that was
that was the most amazing double Dutch deflection I've ever seen.
I know what I just said just now, and it ain't double Dutch or reflection. I know what I just sat there. So I was very clear in my conversation, in my statement. It was very concise within 2 sentences just now.
Bravo.
This is Tay. I feel, and I'm saying feel. This is your fault.
Get out your feelings, Hamp.
What I do?
You could have interjected several times.
Because I don't. Love is saying she doesn't feel like she's a double-minded person, but my argument is mute against hers because I know I am. Like I know I'm indecisive as a person.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When her and I were going over it, when she initially disagreed with Des, and we walked it down with the music and all that, was that a display of double-mindedness from her?
Oh yeah, no. I was saying that, but I didn't want to interrupt y'all because I was going
whatever.
But that was a lot because how could I was gonna say how can we say that when what we learned from our mothers and grandmothers was the same? Like we're only teaching them what we were taught. And I'm not saying it has to be that way because you learn to make better choices as an adult to Jason's point. But we learned the same thing is what I'm saying. So it's not like we can lean on that as an excuse to say, oh, well, that's all I know. Well, no, because now you've been exposed to more. You're an adult. You can make better choices and you can't depend on what your parents did to you. Like we too grown for that. At this big age, you got to get past that shit.
Thank you.
So
what they did to you, or what they taught you?
Say it again.
What they did to you, or what they taught you?
Well, I mean, in some cases, both. But what you retained from them, what they taught you, and then
what behaviors are they seeing to where they should operate differently?
So I think Des mentioned something earlier about she was like, well, my mom talked like this, she spoke a certain way. I'm guessing a little more aggressive than what a feminine woman, I guess, would be, or an ideal feminine woman would speak. And I'm like, okay, well, I can relate to that because, my mom, she pop off at the mouth, right?
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I just want to interject this point. All this so-called learning and wisdom, right? It took Asia 30 minutes. I think somebody said 30 minutes in the chat to admit that Des was right. So if she ain't learned it, who is she teaching it?
No, don't do that. Because then I gotta sit there and say my same thing all over my 2 sentences all over again.
You can say it where
wisdom, though. That's the thing, Hamp. We didn't say it was wisdom. Not all of it is wisdom. That's why I said we take what they did and we learn to do better or make 100%.
Better. But what I'm simply saying is, in real time, we saw that she may know what the correct behavior looks like.
Right.
That's not what was displayed.
Oh my God! Now, okay. So next time you play music, I'm not gonna dance. Like I was having a good time. Like I hate when
not the dancing. It's the whole going from no Des to yes Des. That's the part that we're talking about.
Yeah, no,
I say in between that though. Like don't I sit there and said no, we're not. Yes, we are. It didn't even go like that. Like don't do that.
It did go like that.
No, it did not. Me literally sit there and say Des is wrong. Oh yes, she's right. It was a lot of context.
You didn't say those words, but you didn't say those words, but Hamp's point is that's how the conversation went.
And what was the context around the words that were used, though? What was the context on the words that I used?
It was a lot of words. But you basically said, like, no at first. Initially, you were saying, no, you didn't agree. But further in the conversation, after Hamp asked some clarifying questions, it was more you were leaning toward yes. And we saw that happen in real time.
But that's funny. It's called clarifying questions. I call them leading questions because he asked questions in a way in which you're led to answer a certain kind of way. Hamp asked leading questions.
How?
I said what I said when I sat there and said.
I said this. You know when I jumped in when you said the little girls do it. That's when I started talking, and then we started to explore the fact that no, they got the behavior from y'all, and y'all definitely did it.
Would I agree?
There was a rumor. There was a rumor from y'all generation that Lil Kim had to get a stomach pump. Remember that?
Oh, that was one. Sorry, say the last one. Some Kim did what? I'm sorry.
Lil Kim had to get a stomach pump.
That was real.
Why she get a stomach pump? She did overdose. I mean, sorry, OD. Sorry. What can I say?
No, it was a rumor though.
So
I don't know about that. Okay, whatever. But then the point is, I did admit that we made mistakes. I never. That's not a double-minded thing by saying we made mistakes. Never. I don't see how that's considered double-minded. I said we made mistakes in my generation. Not sure that's double-minded at all. But I also said learn from our mistakes.
No, 100%. But the thing is, right? You didn't want to take, you didn't want to put the jacket on your generation. You did just put it on the kids. That's why we had fun going through the music. And then you finally said, okay, but they should learn from what we did wrong. And
I also said too, I put the jacket, as you're calling, on the younger generation because it's way more proliferated. And I think it's a lot more, perhaps for lack of a better word, saying severe.
Or just saying it's not your fault?
No, I didn't. No, I said it's not severe.
We didn't learn.
And it was in my generation. A lot more. I think I used the word prevalence with the word I used. It's a lot more prevalent now. But yeah, we made mistakes and we did things, and you showed the music, yes, and I agree to it. That has nothing to do with me being double-minded at all, because I agreed that we made mistakes. Yeah.
Are you done, bro?
Is women being double-minded problematic?
My statements. That's why I can't allow to happen.
Right. But do you think it's problematic for us to act like that?
Problematic to act like what? Which part?
Double-minded.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That's why I'm not double-minded. And I said we should not subscribe to that thought.
Please, HAMP, let it go.
Right.
Can we go back to the original topic, please?
Yeah.
No,
he done changed the
Okay, I'm going to bed.
It's a 2-hour thing. We don't got that much longer. This was amazing. Like, this was amazing, man.